Today we are making ghost ravioli. Now, you don't have to make these like ghosts like we did because honestly, once you put the sauce on them, you really can't tell. But this recipe is so stinking good, I had to share it with you. So let's get into it. This is the recipe to make the ghost ravioli. So I'm going to start off. I have 3 different types of cheese here. I have provolone, mozzarella, and Parmesan. So I am working with about a cup and a half total. I don't think there's an even amount of any of the cheeses. Then I'm going to take a half of a cup of ricotta cheese and dump that in there. It's about 4 ounces. Also, 2 ounces of cream cheese. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of garlic. I would say this is probably 2 tablespoons of minced onion. And then we're just going to mix all of this together. Okay, so this is all nicely mixed up. We did a taste test. It tastes so good. One thing that it said to add was parsley, and sadly, we have not a lot of parsley. So I'm going to add what we got. Yeah, you can add more. You could probably even add fresh to this. It called for dried parsley, but we don't even have fresh parsley. So we are sitting not pretty in the parsley game, but that's fine because we kind of want our ghost to be white. We're going to get our egg ready. So we're just going to break an egg. Not on your child's head. Did you guys ever... Oh! Oh no. We got 2 eggshells in here. Did you guys see those? Any of you on TikTok? I don't know if it was a challenge here on YouTube or not, but it was a challenge on TikTok where they were breaking the eggs on their kids' foreheads. Oh my gosh. What is this bad karma I'm having with this egg? Anyway, it wasn't a funny challenge, and the little babies were like crying every time their mom would crack an egg on their head. I did not like it. We're going to do a dollop in the center. We're going to do egg wash. Maybe I'll make a couple of these and then we'll do the eggy part. But I want to do one just to kind of start it, to like see how much I need to add to it. You get what I'm saying? And then we'll like zip through a bunch of these, I bet. So we don't want it to be like a ravioli. We want it to be more like a ghost. So oops, not like that. I busted through my first one. Okay, so one thing that I did learn is these wonton wrappers are not very forgiving. Did I even mention that's what we're using for the noodles? They are wonton wrappers, not pasta or anything, but they end up tasting just like a pasta noodle that you would use for ravioli. So it's kind of like a fun little hack that we ended up finding. I don't remember where I found this recipe. If I can find it again, because this was over a year ago, I will link the original recipe because it's definitely not my own, but it is so good. So you use the wonton wrappers, add just a teaspoon of that mixture and kind of fold it up to make it look like a ghost. Now you can make it look like anything you want, but we have found they taste better as ghosts. Even if you're making them in February, they still taste way better shaped like this, and we don't know why. We did use a little bit of that egg wash around all the sides just to kind of hold it together, and just be kind of gentle when you're doing it, but make sure you fully close it because you don't want any of that mixture squirting out into your water. And then I freeze them. So you can make these ahead of time and then freeze them and pull them out whenever you're in the mood for them. Now here is the Alfredo. This is so good, and honestly it's pretty easy to make and you can't really mess it up. So my pan was way too hot. That's why I added the butter and the heavy cream at pretty much the same time. I was trying to cool my pan off a little bit. And then I also added in the garlic. So typically I would do butter, garlic, then the heavy cream, and then the cream cheese. But It doesn't matter. Bella makes it all the time, and I don't even know what order she throws all her stuff in. And you just kind of want to simmer it. You don't want to bring it to a boil or anything. And then set it to the side and make your little ghosts. So I'm just throwing these bad boys into some boiling water and then trying to keep them from sticking to the bottom because they will want to sink immediately and they'll get stuck to the bottom. And when you pull them off, they will open up and then your pasta water is all gross because they've exploded everywhere in there. So there is one guy. I'm just kind of showing you him. He was not quite done. I did throw him back into the water to finish him off. And then I'm adding my Parmesan cheese to my Alfredo. I'm noticing it is just a titch thick, but I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking it was going to thin itself out. It didn't. I did end up going back and adding some pasta water just to thin him out just a little bit. Here are our ghosts. I'm throwing them into Bella's little lunchbox and adding in that thick sauce. So at this point, I'm like, okay, this is going to be way too thick to eat. It's fine. Just add a little bit of water and you're good to go. See how it looks so nice? Oh my gosh, it's so good. I want to eat this right now. I added some scallions to it, and you can get really creative and use the scallions for their little nose and mouth. Or not nose, but their eyes and mouth. Oh my gosh, I should stop talking. Just try this recipe. Let me know if you like it. See you in our next video. Bye, guys.